both out of this. Okay. Oh man, those don't move. Those are hard to follow. 1 minute candles are tough. 5 day, 5 minute. This will be an interesting trade to see. If it works, I hope it does. If it works, it works. But we might be looking to close out these XLE trades and then a few smaller updates. We got these guys going on out here. You can see all of these freaking templates, man. But this is what we're looking at for the. Let me fix something as well. Change that. I believe that is what I need to fix. Let's do that. Cancel it. Need to make sure that no music is coming out of there. Yeah, I think that's right. Cool. Okay. So yeah, talking about it real quick, this is what our paper challenge trading challenge looks like. More specifically, I want to get rid of these guys because these aren't mine. So we're gonna make that all white. Gonna block his out because this is Shrey J's stuff and not mine. And I want to talk about mine. So, okay. So as you can see, got all these trades on here. The most recent ones that I want to talk about are the SPY trades. So I went in on 13 October. Let's pop this to the side. 13 October on SPY. Where are we at? So right here. I went in on the morning of 13 October, to be exact. It was 8:43 a.m. and I bought some calls, about 5 calls at first for the 370 strike. So shooting up here. Bought those calls for $4.94, roughly $5, and then immediately saw the strength. So I bought 5 more calls and had a total of a 10 lot out on SPY, and obviously we could see at this candle things went pretty well. On the open, we were down here at the 348 level, and I can't say that I knew, but I saw that calls were cheap, and I wanted to bet long here, so I went with it. It was my hypothesis that SPY was going to rise up, and it worked. I got out of the trade, the first half of the trade, I got out at 10:57, so roughly 2 hours, like 2 hours, 14 minutes. And I sold it for $9.84, so came out with a profit of $2,450. So that was pretty good. It was a pretty good trade. And like I said, that was only half. I got out of the other half of the trade around 11:12. So yeah, shortly after, like 20-30 minutes after. And I sold those for $10.04, which brought me in at $25.50. So, I came out with a total profit of $5,000. Yeah, It's a cut and dry 5,000. That's pretty cool. I didn't even realize. But yeah, so walked away with the $5,000 profit. That put me up. Once again, we're gonna blank these out because not mine. So for myself, the worst trade that I had before that was this guy right here. This was the Apple trade that I made. It just went south on me, man. I was wrong, and I didn't have proper management for that. So I caught a pretty big loss on that one, and that knocked me down pretty hard. But thankfully, with these two guys, jumped up to $31.59 profit. That's a 3.16 return on capital on a $100,000 account. And if we were to just cut this trade out, that's not what I wanted. Still not what I wanted. How do you grab and move a box? Interesting. I'm not sure I know how to do that. Oh. There we go. So, after rough technical difficulties, we could see my profit would have been $54.19. I would have had a 5.42 return on capital, but it is what it is. I fucked that trade up, and we're at 3.16. So, moving on to what I'm looking at this week, we got trades 7 and 8. I threw a trade on some E-mini futures, honestly. Wanted to see what it would be like to trade them. So I bought the October 22nd 3750 calls. They're a few strikes out of the money. And yeah, because we're at 3750 and we're at 3714. My hypothesis here, we're kind of at a bottom. Maybe not a bottom, but a consolidation period. And we have this nice little candle coming up. We don't have consecutive green candles, so I'm not worried about strength per se, or momentum strength. We are sitting around 50 on that money flow index, so that's a good sign for me that we're at least at a baseline. So, like I said, I went long with them. October 22nd, 3750 calls. Those guys cost me to open. They cost me 62.5 for 10 of them, and they believe they sell in 10 lots. So as of currently, down $1,000, but we're just gonna see how the trade plays out. It's purely for information's sake, to see how futures move and how they price whenever price changes. The next thing that I'm looking at is this guy right here. This is Netflix. So let's jump over to the chart. Netflix has earnings coming up this week. They're at a pretty critical level for me. Touching the 2+2 standard deviation, +1 standard deviation. So they're nearing a price extreme. They're at the 69 level, about to touch 70 on the money flow index. That is also another extreme. We can see that volume is starting to rise up over here. And then we have IV percentile at 96%. So, all of these things considered, what I want to do is I want to try and take advantage of some short volatility. So I went in and I placed an order for some short calls on 18 November. It's 32 days, but they report earnings on Wednesday, I believe. I need to double check. Let's get it really quick. Oh, actually, they report tomorrow after close, so they report Tuesday, October 18th after close. So this is going to be a really quick play. We're going to see what I can do with that. and then I wanted to get into a ratio strangle, and I want to leg into this. So if we're sitting at the 280 here, I might go somewhere around like the 220. It's a $60 spread, or 60-point spread. Might see what we can do with that, but as of right now, I'm liking these short calls. Yeah, we're gonna leg into that, so we can work that out right now. Actually, if I were to jump into, we got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 strikes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to be the 215s. We did that. I did 3 there, so I would do 2 here. I might keep it at 1, to be honest with you, and keep the ratio pretty high to the short call side, because I think things are going to fall. I want to have the skew to the short call side. So if I did that, we'd be looking at a credit of 950. We would have a $10 buying effect. That's buying power effect. Interesting. It's not what I'm looking at. We'd be looking at selling one of these, so we receive the 950 credit. There's a lot of open interest here. Theta is 0.29, which is not bad. We've got a 0.24 delta, and then if we come over to the Analyze tab, and that's the one that I placed. We're going to get rid of these guys, come back to the Trade tab, and Analyze. So 215 puts, 18 November, 215. Close. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, 59.03%. It's a 59% chance that it touches. That's just a touch. So if we come back over and we're looking at the chart, it's gonna drop all the way, well, hell, it's gonna drop right there. And it's been in that range in the last, this was 10-13, 10-12, 10-11. It was sitting around there. So, I might just stick with this 280 call, short call. May not go for the ratio strangle, because I don't think this is going to be a very neutral play, especially with how Netflix is going to report their earnings. But other than that, a few other guys that I want to watch this week are going to be, we check out the United, so UAL. We're going to check out United because they're reporting after, or 10/18 after market close as well. And they are following after Delta reported their earnings last week. So we're going to see where that goes. And then we're going to watch the other airlines. We have American Airlines on Thursday, 10/20. So 10/20. I want to see how that plays out as well. So like I said, we're watching for UAL, AAL. I'm going to watch the Tesla. And that would be Wednesday, 10/19 after close. Banks aren't doing too bad. It looks like the final earnings reports are coming out for banks this week. Alaska Airlines also reports Thursday before market open, and their ticker. So real quick, we can see United. They're sitting around this. It's 50-day moving average. DAL. I want to show you that one. Same thing here, sitting around that 50-day. American Airlines, same thing, sitting around that 50-day. So, Oh, I don't think it's Alaska Air Group. It is actually. Oh, let's pull it up. It's going to be ALK. Okay, it's Alaska Air Group. Cool. So they're not quite sitting on the line with them, but they do have the same basic setup. So that would be an interesting one to watch to see if they move differently. And then we have American Express on Friday, AT&T on Thursday as well. Nobody else that I'm really interested in. There's Schlumberger, but they're mostly deal in semiconductor chips. So interesting to watch, but don't think I'm gonna play it. But other than that, I think that's my plan for earnings this week. Like I was showing you earlier on the paper trading challenge, I have the 7 really isn't. I don't want to include this because it's purely just for information's sake. So I only have 7 active trades, or will have 7. I have 6 trades that I've for sure placed and closed out. These have not been added to the sheet. Let's just make a different color so that way I can distinct. I'll have 6 trades active, and before I cut everything out, we can see Shrey. I can see that Shrey has a total of 15 trades. Shrey just got 15 trades, so he's got more than double my trades. I haven't been trading a lot. I've only got a 3% return on capital. Currently, before this Netflix goes out, I have a 0% utilization right now. I need to be more aggressive. So we're aiming for more aggression. We're gonna go. We're looking to get some short volatility plays since volatility is so high across the board right now. Got 77% on Alaska. On American, 79% on United, 83% on things like Tesla. We might play Tesla. We got an 86% IVP. Netflix, like I said earlier, we got a 96 IVP. There's so much implied volatility that we can take advantage of right here and just short it. So I think that's the strategies moving forward. But yeah, guys, it's been several days since I've last made a video. I wanted to catch you guys up on what I'm looking at and where I'm at currently with the trading. And here's to hoping I can get some more videos out to you guys soon. See ya.